Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale of Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends. It'll be another Dynasty Warriors game under my belt as soon as I take care of the Wuzhang Plains. And I'm going to take care of them as Wei. Because it's a lot easier to do that as Wei than what it is to do that as Shu. But then again, you need to do both of them in order for to get the orbs. The light orb and the dark orb are both in Wuzhang Plains. On top of that, Yue Ying's ultimate weapon as well as Sima Yi's are in Wuzhang Plains as well. So yeah, this is basically going to be the last place that actually has a weapon there. I'm playing as Zhang He, however, because as you can see, Sima Yi is not up to snuff. So yeah, all that battling I did with Hefei Castle, Zhang He would definitely be the best choice. And on top of the fact I've got some improved items, so I'm not coming in without any kid gloves on. I'm just gonna start swinging, and that's all there is to it. Because this battle is in fact the hardest battle in the game. Doesn't matter who you play it as, whether it's Wei or Shu. It's harder for Shu because you're trying to push the offense and trying to use your siege weapons and whatever you can to force Sima Yi to come out, and at the exact same time as Wei, you're trying to hold them off until Zhuge Liang passes away. However, if you want the light orb, no, like dark orb, yeah, that's right. If you want the dark orb in Wei, Zhuge Liang must not die. You have to get over to Jiang Wei, defeat him, and after you do, then you get the light orb. If Zhuge Liang is still alive and Jiang Wei is dead, well then he's going to be the main commander of this entire mission, which in turn will throw everything off. But the whole gist about this is you got to capture the bases. And more importantly, you've got to make sure you take care of all of Zhuge Liang's strategies, because there's an enemy supply unit that's delivering things over to Zhuge Liang. And then there's also the catapult unit. For Yue Ying, you have to stop that catapult unit, and you have 5 minutes to do so before Deng Ai sets up the catapults. For Sima Yi, I do believe you have to take care of... I think you're supposed to successfully set up the catapults, but more importantly, stop the wooden oxen, and if I'm not mistaken, defeat Yue Ying. That's the main person you want to try to defeat. And I lost my damn Musou. God damn it, that's going to constantly happen in this stage. So I would not be surprised. And if you think I'm running around with a level 4 weapon, then no, I'm not. This is a level 3, by the way, that just happens to be so goddamn powerful. And the only reason why it's powerful is because of the fact that I managed to go into Hefei Castle, no, let me rephrase that, New Hefei Castle with Zhang He and just simply defeated everyone in New Hefei Castle and picked up some weapons along the way. And that's the thing, some officers will drop weapons, and that is a good thing, because in these level 5 stages, you need all of the powerful weapons and all the powerful accessories you can get. If you have a whole row of 20s, or not only just your weapons, but a whole row of 20s, no, let me try to rephrase that. If you have weapons with 20 skills across the board, and also you have accessories that are 20, you will not have a problem. Well, you still will, if depending on the level of your weapon. But if you have a level 4 with 20s across the board, then you are not going to have a problem. You will be just fine. And unfortunately, you're going to keep hearing the warning of cutting the supply lines until you go over and cut the supply lines. So let's go over there and try to save Deng Ai. Not just Deng Ai, but also Shang Hui and also Xiahou Ba. Well, mostly Shang Hui, because without Shang Hui, the catapults cannot be launched.
Better use our reserve.
So, all we need to do is just simply defeat these guys.
Usually rush like this. Don't give in. Our chance will.
Well, that right there is your cue. If you haven't gone over to Jiang Wei, do it now. Whenever you hear that cue. Oh no! Xiahou Ba's about to be defeated. No! He's been defeated. Crap! Screw you, Wei Yan. No, it wasn't Wei Yan. It was actually the soldiers in Wei Yan's army that defeated Xiahou Ba. It was going to happen. So all we need to do is just take down the morale of Wei Yan and defeat him. And thankfully, Wei Yan does not get a hyper mode. If he did, I would have died by now.
It's over already.
Because it's Wei Yan. Him with a hyper mode is just terrible. Oh, and Wei Yan had the 20 plus life up, by the way. So that just made things a lot easier on me. Somewhat. I'm still hurting, though. I'm going to have to take care of business and make sure that all of the objectives are met, because there is the matter of Jiang Wei's troops still impeding. Well, there's Wang Ping right there. Jiang Wei's troops are still impeding the building of the catapults. All we need to do is just defeat him and actually go after the guys who's giving the supplies. Because here's the thing, so long as those supplies are coming, there's going to be more juggernauts on this field. Oh yeah, that's right, they do make an appearance here. And God forbid if you run into juggernauts. Yeah, they have low health, however, those juggernauts will tear your health apart.
Huh? Zhuge Liang's star. So, he's fallen at last. Advance! The time to attack Shu is now.
And that was the time up. Now Jiang Wei is the commander of the Shu Army, forcing whatever remnants of the Shu Army to pull back. Unfortunately, that is a trap, because the Shu Army is just going to only pull back far enough for you to be lured in with arbalists. And we still need to take care of that damn supply base.
The end is near.
But yes, as I said earlier, the more those supplies are coming, the more the juggernauts will be showing up on the field. And if the juggernauts show up on the field, yes, they will tear you apart with fire. We need to take down Liao Hua and make sure that our lines are secure, and more importantly, get some more points so that Zhang He will actually gain some more some more level. But more importantly, we need to make sure that once we take care of these guys, that we'll actually get ourselves some more +8 weaponry, like what I just got right there. So, just a little bit more, and we need to take care of business. Whew. It's gonna get a little bit trickier as time goes on, because there's still the matter of the Arbalist. And once those are up, we're gonna have ourselves a little problem, because until we take care of those Arbalists, they're going to actually keep attacking.
I shall show no mercy.
Now, all we need to do is just take care of this guy. Oh god. Oh wait, they got the catapults done.
The catapults are ready, sir. Fire! Fire at will! Leave not a single enemy soldier alive!
Okay, first I need to make a correction. It turns out Sima Yi is not having a weapon here, but rather 2 parts ago. You had to destroy the defense bases as Wei. However, Yue Ying does have a weapon here, and that one is where you do have to stop the catapults. By the way, normally the catapults would take a long time if you're playing as Wei, as you just got finished seeing. And normally they don't even be prepared at all, because somewhere along the line, either Deng Ai or Zheng Ji is defeated.
What? Zhuge Liang is back? Ah, Jiang Wei. Do you really think you can replace your master? Halt the advance! Withdraw for now, and rebuild the camp.
Well, that's an odd thing. The catapults actually are up. First time for everything. But those Herbalites, we need to get rid of them fast. And also we need to get rid of that weapons depot. Or supply depot. If we get rid of the supply depot, we'll be just fine. But folks, I actually have to apologize because I made a mistake again about how Sima Yi actually had a weapon here and he did not. Again, the actual thing that's here is the yin and yang orbs, or should I say the dark and light orbs respectively. They're called yin and yang in Japan.
Left unfulfilled. Zhang He has defeated
So,
another officer.
getting rid of the dark, getting the dark and light orbs is no easy feat. And more importantly, it would require you to take down the... Well, actually, the light orb is harder than the dark orb, really. Because the light orb, all you have to do is take down Zhen Ji, Cao Ren, and I do believe a generic officer within a matter of 5 minutes of you showing up... No, Xu Zhu, that's what it is, not a generic officer. It's Zhen Ji, Cao Ren, and Xu Zhu in a matter of 5 minutes as soon as the stage starts. And that's how you get the weapon for, not just the weapon, but the bullocks, he got defeated. Anyway, I was about to say, that's how you get the level 4 weapon for, no, well, not the level 4 weapon, I meant the orb. That's what I meant to say. The orb for this stage. Is there anything else I need to mention? I don't think there's anything else on Wushang Plains except for the orb. Oh, and also the whole deal with having to stop the catapults. But if you're playing on Shu, that scene with the catapults would be the first thing you see, because they will quickly try to build a catapult, and it's not really fair that they do that on Shu. But good news, we defeated the task leader, and all we had to do was just slay him.
Then we'll be happy to oblige them.
So let's go ahead and slay the guard captain here too, and let's continue on. There's just so many enemies in the way. And I'm surprised I haven't reached 1,000 just yet. Whatever the case, we do have our hands full, because there's still the matter of the exploding pots that are in the vicinity. Yeah, you remember those exploding pots? Well, guess what? They belong to Yue Ying and also a task force member. We gotta kill the task force member and also kill Yue Ying to stop these goddamn juggernauts. But by now, there's juggernauts everywhere because all the supplies kept going to Shu. Honestly, I should have just went south and went after Yue Ying, but I didn't think about it. I thought this would actually be an area where I could just simply jump off, and then I completely forgot that you can't jump with the horse. It's just a regular cliff, so they don't have a horse jump feature in this game. Not until Dynasty Warriors 6. Again, that's one thing that Dynasty Warriors 6 did right. You're able to jump off of cliffs with horses. That's the only amount of praise. Well, actually, there's other things they did right. There's other things.
Crush them!
Like having the best counter system in the whole entire series. One of them, anyway, until 9 came along. And also, at one point doing away with legendary weapons until 8 came along and screwed that up. Other than that, it's not too bad. I mean, still. And why am I talking about 6 against when I'm talking to 5? Because the interesting things is about to happen pretty soon. I'm not bored or anything. I'm just burnt out. Because let me assure you one thing. I am a retail worker, and by the time of this recording, Memorial Day has passed. And also Memorial Day weekend. And you can wholeheartedly tell I had to work those days, and I was tired as all get out. I basically was sleep deprived because of the hours I had to work, on top of the fact that the store that I was in was busy, and it was busy non-stop, and on top of the fact that when I did get home and finally got myself some rest, I was too tuckered out to do anything. And then I had this stupid seasonal flu keeping me up at night. So while I try to sleep, this thing just clogs my nose, and yeah, I'm half asleep. So between that and also recording, I basically am going to take a hiatus. Because again, the most interesting thing is happening, which is why I'm talking about this, which is destroying these arbalists. By the way, 7 is the first game you get to do that with. You can do that with 5, and I think you can do that with Dynasty Warriors 4 Empires. But mostly you can do that with 5. As long as you're not in the line of sight for the arbalist, you can actually sneak to their side and destroy them. We're almost done taking out all these arbalists, because once the arbalist is gone, that's it. Sima Yi will have a full-on, all-scale attack. We just need to take down 2 more. And now for the last one. And that should be it. Perfect. Now let's just go on ahead and hop on our horse and go to the right side of the mountain. And now Sima Yi is completely inspired. There's nothing Jiang Wei can do except turn back and run and then report to Liu Shan how much of a failure he is.
They're so eager to die, they will be happy.
But I gotta tell you folks, this game, I mean, it was ahead of its time. I'm gonna say that. I mean, the Dynasty Warriors series was ahead of its time. But it started to get a little bit too niche come, if not 5, then 6. No, come 6 it started to become niche. And then 7, it started to pick up again. And at 8,
What is that?
it's not really a mixed bag. It's actually a decent, it's not decent, hold on. It's actually one of the better Dynasty Warriors games. I'm gonna not lie to you. But there are some real dumb mistakes that 8 did that could not be forgiven. 9, same thing. Dumb mistakes that could not be forgiven. Otherwise, I would not have 1,000 hours of gameplay on Dynasty Warriors 9. But I just hope with the next entry that they do, they don't go back to basics like they did with Samurai Warriors 5. I really hope they don't. They've already done that enough, and it gets really tiresome after the first time. again, like I said, what they need to do is start having like certain cutscenes where the characters grow, interact with each other, and start having friendly conversations and celebrations and wine. Not just the three brothers, because we all know in romance their little wine drinking ceremony was the most famous thing about them. Which is why Yakuza constantly do it all the time. The whole Oath in the Peach Garden thing should not just be a method of actually communicating with the others. Have them do something else, or something mundane, or at least having a talk with other officers. I mean, it would help. And speaking of things that really need to, well, that think they're helping, but they're not, the Juggernauts. I was about to say, these things really need to screw off, and to be fair, I'm right, they do really need to screw off, because the Juggernauts in this game are brutal beyond all reason. And, by the way, Juggernauts actually can use Musou attacks. You probably didn't know that, but they do. That whole thing with the Juggernaut spinning around shooting flames, that was a Musou attack, by the way. I just want you all to know. So, all that's left now, since we got rid of all of the exploding pots, is to go after Jiang Wei. God damn it, why did I say that? Well, might as well say he is a deluded fool that thinks that he's a prophet. But we just need to go after Jiang Wei and finally put an end to him. And again, the ironic part about Jiang Wei is he defected to Wei to try to take down Wei, only for him to end up being back in the service of Wei. It's beyond retarded. If he knew that he was going to go back to Wei, he should have never defected in the first place. And you wonder why I make the J. Jonah Jameson clips in most of the dialogue where Zhuge Liang thinks that Jiang Wei was smart. And then there's also that thing about him having a huge gallbladder. Yeah, that. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the final moments of the game. We're right in front of Jiang Wei, speak of the devil. And of course, he is surrounded by juggernauts. We're taking the checkpoint so that more troops can come to our aid. And more importantly, we can lay the beat down on Jiang Wei. And he's right here.
I shall not be defeated.
Alright. Let's just keep on smacking him down. Well, so far, so good. But there is the matter of Jiang Wei also having Jiang Wan. And I just defeated Jiang Wan. He's like a level 8. So now let's get Jiang Wei and defeat him. Thankfully, I managed to get myself the Musou Rage. So let's go on ahead and try to do as much damage as we can. I tried, but oh well. And oh, he broke my clash. Jerk. It's alright. It's alright. We're still gonna win. We are still gonna win. And Jiang Wei is about done. We just need to beat him down a little bit more so that way he'll no longer be able to do any more harm to us for now. Because after all, this is the last stage of the game.
Zhang He has defeated another officer.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that completes Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends. Well, that is, unless you want me to do the Legend mode later on in life. Well, later on in the channel or somewhere along the line. But more importantly, we got an upgrade Tortoise Amulet, Horn Helmet, and an upgrade Phoenix Amulet. The Tortoise Amulet is literally at max, ladies and gentlemen. all from the stage. I have nothing to say except this stage is awesome. I don't need a horse. I don't need a horse. Okay, I need that. Let's get the one that has the least. And with that said, we got 3 books. And everything is all fine and dandy. And we're done with Dynasty Warriors 5 for right now. So it's time to roll the credits. Excuse me. Now we can roll the credits, unlike with the last part. And that was after Mengda's, Musou. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, my final thoughts. 5 is actually a favorite of mine. I mean, it may not have as much as Dynasty Warriors 4 as far as Extreme Legends is concerned, but it certainly is an improvement, and it will make it easier to you to get weapons. Granted, the objectives can be BS. Oh, excuse me for just 1 second. Oh, god damn it, body, stop trying to kill me. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, yes, the objectives were BS, but at least I did manage to get some ultimate weapons along the way. I did manage to get some. And for all it's worth, we've actually seen those ultimate weapons firsthand in Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires. And that was many years ago. And I still say to this day that this is one of my favorite games in the series. Yeah, it does have its problems, but it's not like I have like a hatred for some of the stages. Yeah, I do hate the non-min stages, don't get me wrong, but at least for the most part, despite it being short, it still had something interesting, like for instance Destiny mode, where instead of just putting your created character out there and hope to God it gains up enough stats, you could do that already, and on top of that, you'll be able to command armies. So that just makes things interesting. And 5 is what started the whole command your officer in the first place. But one thing is perfectly clear. I'm glad that at least we got almost all the Dynasty Warriors done, save for Dynasty Warriors 8 and the first one. But I'm going to take a little hiatus off of that. As a matter of fact, Saturday will be the only day you're going to be seeing videos. I'm going to be taking a 3-week hiatus. Yeah, you'll be seeing videos sprinkled here and there, but I'm going to take a 3-week hiatus because, goddamn, after everything I've been through up to this point, I am tired. This is RVman985. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.